Thank you guys for 4,000 followers. Alright, chat. Alrighty boyos, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing, guys? Today we're going to be doing yet again another comparison video. In yesterday's video we did a comparison between the Trailblazer Outlander and the Enforcer Outlander, determining which one had the better Teddy, and a lot of you guys seem to really enjoy that video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at Snuggle Specialist Sarah versus Dragon Scorch and determining which one has the better Dragon Slash. Now there's been a lot of talk in the community as of recent between these two heroes trying to determine which one has the better Dragon Slash, and that's what I will be going over today. Yesterday in the Twitch chat we had quite the discussion and we did a lot of testing and stuff, and basically I came to a conclusion of which that I personally would deem the king of the Dragon Slash, and that's what we're going to be determining in today's video. I have a lot of footage to show you guys and a lot of very interesting things to go over that I found in my testing, so I think this will be a really cool video and quite informational, so I hope that you guys do enjoy. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's take a look at our heroes and go to our hero loadout. We're going to be going over the loadouts that we got for each of these heroes, and we'll be going over their commander perks, and then we'll be taking a look at some testing gameplay and then some overall gameplay and thoughts at the end of the video. So first up, let's take a look at the perks on these heroes and as well as the abilities. So we'll start off with Snuggle Specialist Sarah. Her abilities, she has Dragon Slash, Throwing Stars, and Crescent Kick. This is a very important thing to take in mind whenever you see this Crescent Kick right here. If we're going over to the perks, we have Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon leaves behind an energized trail, which deals 18 base energy damage per second. The Commander perk version deals 45 base energy damage, and it also slows enemies by 30% for 3 seconds. Now, if we head on over to the Dragon Scorch, we can see that he has Dragon Slash, Throwing Stars, and Smoke Bomb. If we take a look at the perks, he has Wings of the Dragon. It increases your Dragon Slash range to 3 tiles, and the Commander perk increases your Dragon Slash range to 3 tiles, the width by 2 tiles, and the damage by 25%. A very strong commander perk. Now let's go ahead and go over the loadouts that we have for these characters. For Dragon Scorch, I have Soaring Mantis as the team perk. You can get this from Wukong. I usually use this with every ninja. For the support team, we have Tail of the Dragon, then we have Cascade, then we have Medicinal Fumes, then we have Return of the Dragon, and Fuel for the Fallen. This is going to boost my Throwing Stars, this will boost my Smoke Bomb, this will boost my Dragon Slash as well as Tail of the Dragon, and then Fuel for the Fallen will make sure that I have enough energy. Now, if we take a look over here at Snuggle Specialist Sarah, we have the Soaring Mantis, we have Wings of the Dragon, Cascade, Rapid Fire, Footloose, which you could probably use the Dragon Slash energy reduction right here, but I tried to make her Crescent Kick pretty good, and then we have Fuel for the Fallen, which regenerates your energy and blah blah blah. So those are the loadouts that I went with these two heroes, and those will be the loadouts that you guys will see in the gameplay. All the heroes are level 50 and whatnot, so I tried to maximize them as much as I could. Now we're going to take a look at some footage, and I'll be going over some weird things that I found in my tests, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first clip that we're going to take a look at is going to be a smasher test using Dragon Scorch. Now keep in mind, Dragon Scorch is supposed to have a very wide and a very long Dragon Slash, as well as 25% bonus damage to the Dragon Slash, and as you guys see here, I also have the energy trail behind me because of Snuggle Specialist Sarah. Now what you guys are going to see is that on this level 100 smasher, after the initial hit of the Dragon Slash and the 4 ticks of energy damage, you are going to see that he has a little under half health. Now, what I want you guys to look at right here is the Snuggle Specialist gameplay of me using this on a level 100 Smasher. So what you guys will notice is I'm going to Dragon Slash the Smasher, and he is going to take 3 ticks of damage with the energy trail. Now, did you notice something? You'll actually see that the damage is very similar. You'll notice that even in the second clip that the Smasher only took 3 ticks, only 1 more tick would have actually put him in the exact same spot of the health bar that our first test showed. This means that the commander perks for both the Snuggle Specialist and for Dragon Scorch actually aren't working. The Dragon Scorch is not getting his 25% bonus damage, and the Snuggle Specialist is not getting her extra energy damage that she's supposed to be getting. Let's go ahead and take a look at another clip. In this clip, we'll take a look at the blasters. Whenever we watch the gameplay of the blasters, whenever we're using Dragon Scorch and we're using Snuggle Specialist, you'll notice that when you use Dragon Scorch on a blaster, he's actually not going to take any damage until he moves. And this is a very big thing for Snuggle Specialist if you're going to be making her your commander, as whenever enemies don't move, they don't take any damage no matter what, even if they're sitting inside of the fire. I'll show this gameplay right here of the Snuggle Specialist of the same thing. Whenever she's using it on her blaster, you'll notice that for as long as the blaster is sitting still, the blaster will not be taking damage, which in my opinion is very bad for the Snuggle Specialist. If the entire point of your commander perk is to do damage with your fire, why does the fire not work when a husk is sitting still? I'm not sure if this is because of the hero rework or not, but this is a very big thing in deciding which one of these heroes you want to go with, as one will get you guaranteed damage and the other one will only get you damage part of the time. The only good thing going for the Snuggle Specialist so far is the fact that she's able to provide 2 ticks of damage when an enemy is walking straight through the fire in this gameplay right here. You can see that the Husky Husk actually gets slowed down and it actually causes him to take a second tick of damage. However, if you're using Dragon Scorch and you don't have the snare because you're not playing a Snuggle Specialist, if you bring the Husky Husk in at an angle, he will actually as well take 2 ticks. But if you have him go head on, he will not take 2 ticks and will only take 1 tick because of no snare. After I sat down and started testing both of these ninjas, I was actually expecting something very close to each other. I was really expecting it to be very much of a toss-up between the Snuggle Specialist and between the Dragon Scorch, but what I found is that both of them actually aren't really working as intended. But if you're really going to pick one in the current state, you really want to go with Dragon Scorch. The problem with Snuggle Specialist is not only that she's broken, but because her commander perk is very, very situational. Whenever you're using it, it doesn't even affect enemies that are standing still. At one of the most vital times that you could use Tail of the Dragon would be a time where husks are hitting your base. When husks are hitting your base, they are standing still and therefore will not take damage from Tail of the Dragon. And like I said, I don't know if this is a bug, I don't know if this is intentional, but if it is intentional, this is a very huge thing and a very huge reason not to use this commander, as the entire purpose is doing damage with this fire. Not to mention that Snuggle Specialist Sarah also falls short in the ability category. Her Dragon Slash, Throwing Stars, and Crescent Kick is nowhere as good as a Dragon Slash, Throwing Stars, and Smoke Bomb. A lot of people like to stand by Crescent Kick and call it a very good ability, but in my opinion, just in my personal opinion, I feel like the Smoke Bomb is way more useful in terms of getting yourself healed and doing a little bit of damage here and there. Whenever it comes to the Dragon Scorch, in his current state, he is still bugged. The width and the length work just fine, but the damage by 25% is completely irrelevant. Just like him, he looks like Rice Gum, he's irrelevant. The 25% damage will not work on this hero, but even though it doesn't work, you are still guaranteed to hit more targets in your vicinity. From my own personal testing, it looked like the width by 2 tiles was working as intended, so if the only thing here broken is the damage by 25%, then Dragon Scorch is definitely the one you want to go with. Snuggle Specialist overall is just way too situational. Her fire doesn't do damage to enemies that are sitting still, and it just doesn't have that much damage output. The hero itself is completely bugged, and if we wanted a very good definitive test, we would have to wait until she got fixed, and maybe I might come back to this test and I might redo it, because this 45 base energy damage does seem like a lot. But at the end of the day, if the husks still don't take damage if they're sitting still in the fire, it could very much be a deal breaker. But that's pretty much it for comparing both of these heroes. For this portion of the video, I want to go and take a look at some gameplay regarding the Dragon Scorch, and I just kind of want to give my opinions on the situation, talk about Dragon Scorch in general, and just kind of go over the hero and my own personal thoughts on him. Alrighty boyos, so here we are at the gameplay portion of the video. At this portion of the video, I just kind of want to give my general thoughts on Dragon Scorch and kind of talk about the whole situation with both of these heroes being bugged. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, the whole Snuggle Specialist versus Dragon Scorch was a very hot topic as of recent, with a lot of people, you know, still clamoring to figure out which hero is the best at which. And doing this testing, it was very, very interesting and has definitely left things as more of a toss-up than anything. In the current state that the game is in right now, you're better off going with Dragon Scorch. You're going to get your guaranteed damage 100% of the time, you know, minus the 25% that you should be getting. You're always going to be doing good damage and being able to hit multiple targets, even targets that you don't even see, 100% of the time. The problem with Snuggle Specialist Sarah in general is the fact that she's very situational. Yes, you will be able to equip Dragon Scorch and be able to get your extra 3 tiles, but you won't be able to get that extra 2 tiles of width, and when it's fixed, you won't be able to get the extra 25% damage that is guaranteed. The problem with Snuggle Specialist is that the damage that she promises is never guaranteed. You have to have a husk walk into the fire for it to take damage. If a husk is sitting still in the fire, it's not going to take damage. The only time that Snuggle Specialist is really going to shine is if you were to slash around in a trap tunnel. That way, as husks are actively walking through it, they will be able to take damage if they do so. But it's just a problem for me personally in when people try to make a situational thing better than a guaranteed thing. If you were to take guaranteed damage, let's say a headshot damage build on an assault rifle versus a crit build on an assault rifle, and let's say the crit chance is only 38%. If you as a person were going to guaranteed get 100% headshots on the damage and headshot damage build, then you would out damage the crit build by miles. You would want to go with that guaranteed damage over that damage that's kind of a bit of a toss-up at times. But because that no human is perfect, they aren't able to get 100% of headshots to be able to take advantage of the headshot damage that would be on their assault rifle. In this case, it's just a no biggie. Every single person in the world can just press their ability button and be able to slash forward and kill husks. The problem with Snuggle Specialist Sarah is that it has to be certain situations at which you're going to be getting the most out of your Dragon Slash. The only time that you will not get the most out of your Dragon Slash with Dragon Scorch is if you are trying to Dragon Slash no enemies whatsoever. But that's never the case unless you just really hate the air for some reason. Dragon Slash on the Dragon Scorch gives you guaranteed kills 100% of the time, as well as you can use Snuggle Specialist as a support to even further buff your Dragon Slash. But as far as Snuggle Specialist is concerned, yes, she'll be able to go 3 tiles forward, but she's missing out on the 2 tiles of width and the 25% damage, not to mention that her entire kit is built towards situational damage. Are the husks going to walk into the fire? Are the husks moving and able to take damage? Are you going to be able to use it in the right situation, in the correct area to get the most damage out of it? In my opinion, it's just too situational to be good. If I were to pick one Dragon Slash, I would pick one Dragon Slash that will work 100% of the time, no matter what. And in this video, I crown Dragon Scorch as the king of Dragon Slash in the current state of the game. If Snuggle Specialist Sarah gets fixed and it turns out that her Dragon Slash damage, as far as the energized trail, is absolutely out of this world, then I would do another video and do a really in-depth test and see if the extra damage is really worth it. But in the current state of the way that the game is, it's not even worth it on heavy health enemies like Smashers and mini bosses, as mini bosses are going to sit still and hit your base, and Smashers, they're just not going to be able to get the extra damage that the Snuggle Specialist currently can't provide. But guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I want to hear your own personal opinions down in the comments down below, and let me know what your favorite hero is, and if you agree with me, and if you don't, then let me know why as well. But guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. You guys seem to enjoy the last one, so I figured I would do yet another comparison. But guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.